If you saw me accidentally get on the wrong screen, no you didn't. Wonderhoy acquired the fat cat minion today. It's all I'm going to be thinking about for the rest of the week. For the rest of my time playing this critically acclaimed MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV. Look at it. It's beautiful. Oh my god. Hide this. Do I hide this? How do I hide this? Hold on. Hold up. Hide log window. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's perfect. This is the whole stream, by the way. This is all I'm going to be doing today. Oh my god. Oh, I did also learn that I have... Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, I did also learn that I have... I spent like an hour and a half earlier today with a friend going through my whole inventory because it was a fucking mess. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. And the saddlebag, oh my god. And the armory. This is a whole new game for me. Simply because I can finally... I'm not overwhelmed by all the stuff I don't need. I don't know how to unsheath this weapon. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. Look at that fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Back to the story. Except I don't know how to get there. I should have started it before I left the area, and I don't know. Okay, anyway. Teleport. I learned so many new things. And I kind of do wish I had streamed and or recorded it because I'm not going to remember most of what I learned today. Okay, what did I learn today? Sell purple materia, sell yellow materia, desynthesize... Oh, okay. There are other... Okay, things to do with too much armor. You can turn them in at your company, your grand company, for company seals. Or you can desynthesize them for cool shit. And I did both of those things. I desynthesized fish. I learned about the marketing. Where the fuck am I going? Here? Oh, wait, no. I don't know if that's where I want to go. This is why I like this. This is... Okay. Carathis? Where am I going? Here. Is that this one? Moghome? That makes sense. Alright, no, I think Moghome's the closest one. It looks like it. Unless in before there's one of these that's a teleporter. But anyway. It's Wine Wednesday. I opened a little... It was called Grandma's Sangria, and it interested me when I saw it in the liquor store. I'm of age, so this is legal. It's all legal talk. But it intrigued me when I saw it. And so I'm like, you know what? I've had sangria before, but I've never had Grandma's Sangria TM, so I'm gonna try it. And that was in late 2022. Wait, where the fuck am I going? And so I was like, so I bought it in late 20, well, I want to say it was in summer of 2022, so almost a year ago. But I had a sip, and it didn't taste expired. Not that I would know what expired sangria tastes like. Anyway, I have a glass of that with me tonight. Surprisingly, I have not yet taken more than a sip. Probably, I'm just riding the high of finally acquiring the fat cat minion. I sped run my Fisher. I don't think I'm going the right way. Well, I wonder if I can... I don't think... No, this is not the right way. Oh my god, how do I fly? No nearby currents. I have to do side quests, and I don't feel like doing them. Or rather, I definitely feel like doing them, but I know if I do them, I will never do the main quest. And it's been too long. I'm beelining. That's what I'm doing. Man, I love the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that I technically could still be on, but I'm not on it. Up to level 60. I'm not yet level 60. And something, the first expansion, Heavensward, which I am currently in. Oh my god. This way? No, this way. What else did I learn? I learned about... It's not the stock market, it's the retainer. The retainer is selling things on the... It's not the Grand Exchange. I think it's just called the market. And you can... I knew about checking the current prices of an item, but what I didn't know about was you can check sale history of an item and see how the market has changed in like however so many, I think it was like 20, it looked like 20 past sale logs. Oh my god, Estinian, please give me the next quest. What the? No. Excuse me. Let's just get right into it. Estinian would know the origin of Nidhogg's mysterious eye. I would like to know that too. Man's just got 3 eyes hanging out there. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hreisvelgar remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. I hope she's okay. Speak with Isel. Can I just teleport there? It's quite the trek. I think I'm just gonna teleport there. But Gil is hard to come by. Is what I've been told numerous times. At least twice. But actually, I don't like traversing this map. I get lost too easily. No, it's okay. We're just gonna keep going. It's only across the map. How far could it be? No nearby currents. I guess the only ones left are... Well, maybe there's all this. Ugh. It looks like this part of the map is dark. I just want to unlock it. But I don't know how to get up there. Oh, like this? Nope. Gosh, I sure wish I could fly. Is it that elevated? Okay, no, I don't know how to get there. This is not the way. Can I unlock this part of the map? That looks elevated. Oh my gosh, how high can I jump? Here? Here? No? How do I get up there? Okay, okay. I might just use this chocobo porter to get to the other chocobo port. Traversing the map is hard. Zenith. 120 gil? No! I thought chocobo porters were supposed to be cheaper. This is a ripoff. Might as well just walk there. Do I think chocobos taste more like chicken or more like duck? I would say chicken because they don't swim. Right? Do the citizens of Final Fantasy do the inhabitants, do they consume chocobo? I don't know, like I feel like it's like do the people in Pokemon eat Pokemon? You'd eat them? They do look like they taste like chicken. That'd be one hefty serving of chicken. Imagine eating a Kingler or a Taurus. Ooh. Okay, I'm not really much of a beef person, so I'd pass on the Tauros, but Kingler though? My god. I'm a big shellfish. What the? What is this music? You're a chef, you can't help it. Wait, what the fuck? Is there a Moogle here? I don't see anyone. This is why I can't do this. Like, what? Is this a viewpoint? I know there are, like, sightseeing... Oh my god. Sightseeing log? Is that... No, okay, no. I'm not gonna mess with this. I have no idea what this is. Is there a Moogle here? Oh my god, there are Moogles here! He owes you Kupo nuts? I can't help you with that. I can't talk to any of these Moogles. I'm just gonna come back. Oh, it looks like the initial ad is starting soon. I'll catch y'all in 3 minutes. You won't miss much. I'm just gonna be walking through the map because I'm not very good at that. Traversing the map part of the game. Also a blue quest? What is this? And it gives you an ether current? Okay. This Moogle is scouring every nook and cranny in Zenith. For what? Hide and seek seemed like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Now I just want to go home. Could you find the other 3 Moogles and tell them it's time to leave Koopa? Oh, I think I've just seen them. Excuse me. I think those might have been the Moogles. A little side quest in 3 minutes. We can do that. Oh wait, another blue quest? Or is this the hiding one? Oh, this is the hiding one. I can't believe you found me. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time, Kupo. You sure will. Oh, there's one. Oh my god, fat cat minion, fat cat minion. I don't know how to get up there. Maybe all the way around? Okay. Yes. You actually found me! Oh, well, I suppose it's time to go home, Kupo. You weren't very... You're pretty out in the open, actually. I'm kind of surprised the other one didn't find you. Hmm... And then one more. Oh. Thought that would be fine for fall damage. Oh. Emasculated Moogle. I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. Okay. Found the hidden Moogles. Oh my gosh, there they are. Unbelievable! You've already found all the Moogles. Finally, we can go home. I've never seen such skillful seeking in my life, Kupo. Sorry to make you find everyone. We usually don't hide this well. You'll be the first one we invite to our next game. Cute. Okay, well... I don't imagine these are very distinctive. They're actually... Well, okay, actually they're pretty nice. But they're all the same. So it doesn't really matter, but I don't know which one... Wait, these are the same, they're just named differently. Well, hello Lulu, thanks for the hydrate! I just pour some water out. Preparing for the journey ahead. I'll just take the first one. They're all the same. My fat cat minion, except I would climb those stairs much faster on Chocobo. You would like to say that you're a professional Geoculus hunter now? Have you been hunt? I thought you found them all a while ago, actually. Did you not? Did you not? Or are there Giaculi in Honkai Star Rail? Oh, you helped a newbie friend? Ooh. That's certainly a lot of Giaculi to find on a new account. How many did you get today? Or did you get all of them today? Okay, here we are. Oh my god, Estinian is still covered in blood? Bro, take a shower. You got all of them yesterday? Ooh, good work. She has scarce moved since last we parted. Grace Velger's confession will soon shake her from her stupor. Okay, Estinian. Dude, like, you're still covered in the blood of the dragon you just slew. This is... grody. You sell. Have I been today? I've been alright. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Didn't really do much. I did take a walk earlier today. There, like, I didn't know this, but there are a lot of, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but there are a lot of, like, there are a lot more preserves around my area than I thought, that I knew about. So I've been going to them. I'm looking at birds. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hirschfelger to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. Yeah, a trip to the burbs. From the burbs. The other kind of burb. The suburb. Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Oh, that's his eye. Oh, now that you mention it. 'Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatasker's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain then? What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elizin. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatosker her life, and me mine eyes. Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Praise Velger, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. So it was Needhog's idea. Needhog. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. You had a good day? You got a 93 on your last math test for the year? Big grats, good work. On a big fat nap, you've earned that. Also, what a way to transfer eyes. Is this how Kakashi did it? His vengeance has begun. Okay, Needhog, you go. What kind of things were on your math test? I'm not sure how long ago you sent that message. I'm sorry. I was caught in the eye drama. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
My god, this is not Isel's day. She's learning so much. The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Oh right, we thought this guy was a peaceful dragon. I mean, he didn't kill us, which is, you know, I guess pretty nice of him. But he was the one powering the war this whole time. Logarithmic and exponential equations, evaluating and graphing them. Oof. Big grats on acing that test. Haven't had to think about logs and exponential form equations in a hot minute. And thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. Woof. Okay. Hallowed Remy, doublet of aiming. Do I care about any of these? I'm just thinking... Oh, wait, this actually looks pretty nice. Like, ooh. Okay, like, I just like... Okay, I think I like the second one the best. Yeah, I'll do the second one. Logs were a fun unit? Oh, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain.
I'm gonna be thinking about the fact that he's still covered in Nidhogg's blood.
In the city? A battle with whom?
The other day you were sad because you got screwed over in a Honkai Standard
Lord
banner.
Commander.
You had a
Hold firm
weapon
till
that was
our
for a
return.
healer, which is like getting moon glow on Standard and Genshin.
Fighting has broken
Is
out in
moon
the city.
glow
Lord Emmerich was
Kokomi's
sparse with the
weapon?
particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I'm sorry to hear.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Oh, we're just going right into it. Okay.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
The moment is at hand.
Wait, we don't like this guy. Why does my chibi look like it has an olive as a head? Oh, it's my gear? I'm dressed as something called a tomberry.
All shall soon be in alignment.
Wait, we don't like this guy. I don't like that they're working
It is time
together.
for the bringer of light to die.
Comrades! Sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come!
Yeah!
Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
Oh, they didn't like that. Oh, jeez.
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it! Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Lord Horschiffant's a real one. Kinda wish Final Fantasy XIV came to Xbox consoles. What have you been playing Genshin on? Because I'm currently playing this on PC. And this current Abyss might be the only one you intentionally skip out on Primos on. You don't like when you mauled over it? That's totally understandable. I'm really not a huge fan. But also, considering what the leaks are? Well, actually, I don't know exactly what the leaks are, but Kyber mentioned in Sifcord that it's just more consecrated beasts, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm looking for either. You started to play Genshin more on your phones? And oh, okay. Yeah, well, 14 definitely doesn't have a phone port. Your PC Genshin experience is starting to become unbearable? What happened? Oh, did Isel go with them? I guess so. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Okay, I liked the second one. Oh, it crashes like right. Oh, okay. Oh, that was when you're on your computer. Okay, okay, I see. Then I guess do these match? I guess the last one match. I'll get the last one. That my oh, okay. No, yeah, this is not the okay. Hold on. I was just thinking maybe I should just get the because I'm just going to no, I'll just do okay, no. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to get gear and I'm going to glam it. That's what I'm going to do. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Halone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Pirudu? Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together? Along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fort Holmes Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Pirudu and I shall await you there. Okay. You're pre-farming for Kazuha and you're so excited? Ooh. That's how you know it's real, when you're pre-farming. He's coming in, what is it, a little more than 3 weeks now? About a month?
Praise Halone, you are safe.
Count Edmond de Forton.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
All you got left is EXP books and talents? Gonna be working on them ley lines achievement?
The infamous Lady Iceheart? Here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Oh, you're just gonna condense everything?
Consider what you are
That's still
proposing.
progress, though. That's
If
still
the Holy See
progress.
chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Oh yeah, you have plenty of time. You got like a month.
Himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the
You see,
vault at the
Estinian is
appointed
it? I see
hour,
what you
need to go
meant.
and
I see
fetch
what
him.
you were speaking of, and I can't
Have
unsee it.
care,
I'm
my lady. Your
I'm
words
appalled.
border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
Welcome, the man of the hour helped me clean my inventory.
That is a risk I am willing to take.
I'm gonna
Lest
shout you out.
forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone.
Okay.
Oh!
But I speak on
Quiet,
what
hard
may-
gross.
Oh, hold up. Oh, God.
Sad.
Don't do it. What's up?
Don't do it. Oh, I guess they're busy doing
Why
it.
isn't your clip playing any video?
I should have said
I hope that's not on my end.
Everybody went to...
No,
right?
hold on.
Yeah, wait before I do it. Oh, no.
Wait, that's not progressing.
Okay, no, I got it. Uh-oh. Okay, alright.
Okay, I'd have to check this out. I also don't... I don't mean to be yawning every time I...
Wearing my new pants as well.
Wait, yeah, are they grey?
Wait, what is that?
Blue. Can you see them? Wait.
Damn it. And I have to wear
Oh
fucking shoes
no,
as well.
I'm not Chikiwi.
Okay, I'll do it now. I'll jump on it.
Well, that's Chikiwi. Check them out, I guess.
Oh, and new underwear.
It's been a while since I've used... I never... Okay, sorry, I'm like a mess. I was like, what the heck? Who is that? This is Chikiwi. Okay, anyway, that was weird. I was just wondering why the video wasn't playing on the shout-out player.
I feel like lately they've only been...
But anyway, shout out to Rins, who helped me with my inventory for an hour and a half. Taught me so many things about... I also don't know what this is a clip of, TBH, but also I don't know how to stop it. I hope... Okay, there we go. Estinia needs a goddamn shower. And he's just in this nice manner.
Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Wait, what?
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labour to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope.
I forgot he was a fourth Tomp
There is
son.
no greater calling for a knight than to
I thought
save the
I thought
life of his
Horshafont
fellow
was
man.
his last name.
I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Okay, so we gotta go support Sir Amric. Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism, but he might at least have pretended to consider another course. Lamau. I, too, am not capable of falsehoods. Of all the people, he should know better. If we must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heaven's Ward in battle, if you must. Have no fear, Father. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. I promise you, we shall prevail. Okay, Lucia, what do you got for me? Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Okay, I wanted these breaches, and I wanted to slam them. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna be doing. More pants? Oh wait, these look nice though. These gold, this gold outline? photo. These look nice. I like these. Okay, I like this black and gold one. Whoa. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortom and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Brune. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. You've been playing this cute little mobile game called Pocket Love? It sounds cute. What's it about? But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Piridu reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Stinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. We'll gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Hiruru, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. You get to make and customize your character and your partner, and you can pick a pet, and you decorate your houses with cute stuff. That does sound really cute. That sounds really relaxing. A blue quest for an ether current and materia. We recently held a ceremony to honor the passing of Sir Clodabate, third son of House Helenard. But I was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from Camp Cloudtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, mind you, but at the very least, I expected to see Rentremont or perhaps Lady Lynette in attendance. I'm sure she has her reasons for not attending. But Rentremont is a dear friend of mine, and I know how he cared for Sir Claude. These names are a little rough for me, Clodabate. They worked quite closely together for many years, down to the very end. Which is why I want you to present this to him, the battle standard raised during the ceremony. I'm certain he would have attended if he could, and at the very least, I should think he would appreciate a memento from the ceremony. Sure thing. And, where am I going? This one? The Forgotten Knight. Customizing your character and decorating a house sounds like... It reminds me of Pet Society, which is like a Playfish game that I used to play. You know, before EA bought Playfish and then cancelled all of their games, which I will never forgive them for. Stacia thinks I'm ready to hit new heights in my hunting career. It's a blue quest, but it doesn't have a reward that I care about. I'll pick it up. Oh, right, hunting is a thing. Okay, well. Let's talk to Tataru. More blue quests? Oh, no, this is the same quest. Okay. Level 2 marks. Okay. Well, Riruru, Alpino. Gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibralon and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious? What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed... Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker, if ever I've heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Have I ever been down here? Probably. What's that? Speak up! I can't hear as well as I used to. Okay, well, that was not very informative. Moon rats. I don't know a god's damned thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Okay, so the people down here are not very big fans of us. Understandable. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Not a single shred of information? Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. I liked the first pair of pants. More clothes? Okay, no, I don't care about what any of these look like. Well, actually, this looks kind of cool. Actually, no, I don't care for these. I'm just gonna take the silver pieces. Or I could desynthesize them. Whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I can't do it while I'm talking to him. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibralon knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take the new things that I've got that I want to glam. If I can find them. This thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take this out. Return to inventory. That way I know that that's the one that I want to wear, or that I want to glam. Thinking ahead. Thinking ahead. What the? Oh, no, that's not that. This one? Yes. I had 2 pairs of pants. This one? I guess so. Yeah. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Pirudu. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. The least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Sure. Where is that? In the pillars? Close to the jeweled Crozier. Got it. Hulking hunter. So you're Gibberlant's errand girl? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Global warming, am I right? Thank you for the hourly hydration. Make sure to hydrate yourselves. Okay, deliver the fresh herbs to Gibberlant. Okay, map, traversing. Getting from one place to another is so difficult. The Forgotten Night, that's where I'm going. Oh, hey, a Menelain and Honorite. Thought the name sounded familiar. I say, the tales they are telling in the streets. Lady Iceheart, infamous leader of the heretics, a ravishing beauty? They say her hair is white as ice. I wonder, what's the color of the... Okay, wow. I'm Menelain. Okay. Honorite, what's good? My lord, that leer is most unbecoming. Menelain is a little horny. Methinks. This way? Well, you gonna hand them over or not? Sure thing. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Okay, I don't care about any of these, but I could desynthesize them. I could desynthesize them as I go along. No, I'm not going to do that. This is an upgrade for my current gear, so I'm going to do that. Oh, but I can't glam it. Can I? I can. Fog. Gibberlant has a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hierthia is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. Hierthia. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Okay, so I'm running some errands. as any warrior of light should. Okay, so we can hunt level 2 marks thanks to that blue quest. Cool. Deliver the twice mulled wine to Hiritha. The Astrologium. Astrologicum. Yes, I am Hiritha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? You don't, but I got some wine for you. Twice mulled. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. The poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. Oh, is this Emmeric's mom? When her belly started to grow, gosh, the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hero made it so much... Well, I needn't tell you. He was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. What was that? I think this brings us close to where we need to be. So I think he sent us to deliver the wine to somebody who knew Lord Emmeric's mother. If I understood the I'm not very good at I need things to be spelled out for me. I'm not very good at I don't know the word. Duplicity is not the word. Nicety is not the word, but it's like those two words combined together. I'm not very good at that. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. What is drinking the pain away? It's just... we don't know. That's just a side quest. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Subtleties! I think that's the word I was thinking of. I'm not very good at that. Okay, so where are we delivering this? Down. Twice mulled wine to Sir Geraldo. Down. Ow. Halone's blessings be upon you, miss. A gift for me. Give me the hot goss. This scent. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend, may her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow, she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Okay, so this is not Amaric's mother. This is someone else. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. I wonder who we're learning about. Who is this lore drop about? She was a remarkable woman, Piruru. Through everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Piruru, and we can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Is the mongrel the one we just learned about? With the lore? That's gonna hurt. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Or raven black eyes and ruby red hair, the first one. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Mayhap. Speak with Alfino. I guess he's up here. In the bar? Tavern? Yes. Have you made any progress, Piruru? A little, I think. So our mongrel was born of an Elizan nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Piruru. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. can handle herself. But yes, I'll go looking with you. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? Oh, I'm sorry, forget I said anything! Oh, Tataru, oh! Wait, down there, isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her! Quickly, Pirudu, after them! Tataru, we're coming! Oh no!
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out the house 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Oh?
Hilda!
Hilda?
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
They didn't much care for my story about the weathered cane. Oh boy, selling things on the market. For once, it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. Got my eye on you. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Nights, eh? Sounds good to me. Nope, not here. This way. Oh, a duty. Duty calls. Proceed.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's?
Oh my.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection
These guys in the
takes
Heavens
hold.
Ward are kinda a
I
little
reckon
zealous.
Sir'd be happy to wield the irons
Overzealous, mayhap.
himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Whoa.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
They're a little too eager to persecute these Heaven's Ward guys. Defeat Share a Bear. Or I don't know if like anything's healing this guy, or I'm not really like his health is halfway down. Okay, something's definitely healing. To you? I don't know what a chirurgeon is. Are you a healer? Mongrel is dying. Maybe I should get some of these guys. Oh god. We did it! Zero Prime? I'm not sure what that means. Oh. Look at that sweet, sweet glowing Moggle fork.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Oh, zero. Was I doing 0 damage? Jeez, I wasn't looking at the numbers, I was just looking at the little gauges going up or down.
Enough!
I don't like these Heavensward guys. They seem... I don't like them. Whoa.
Lucky bastard.
The church is the baddies?
Nay,
That's
'tis
certainly
we
the
who are
vibes
lucky.
that I'm getting.
Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought like maybe some of them were just like overzealous or
I
whatever.
thought the
but-
Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heaven's Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye, your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Never liked him. He didn't seem very likable. First Sir Grinno and Sir Polacrane, and now this Cherubbear character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heaven's Ward this bad? Yeah, it does make you wonder. How in the hells did you do that thing with the other yeah, me neither. I have no idea. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them are well-bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Halenart. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the hydration checks, as usual. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses, that much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heaven's Ward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heaven's Ward's scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they've been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of a desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh. Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. It is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. The Lord Commander granted his liberty. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives: rescue Sir Amric and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Justinian and I will make ready to breach the underground gaol and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light, together with Lord Horsefant and Master Alphino. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the gaol. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Amric and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Speak with the Temple Knight Squire outside the vault. Cathedral or the Tribunal? Oh, it's a duty. Okay. Yeah, a duty. Okay, duty. Okay, let's enter the vault with a party of NPCs, because I don't want to make anyone sit through cutscenes. You love this one? Ooh. Average item level 115. 122. Pog. Banneret. I realized since I'm not with Istinian, I don't really, need... Not that I needed to before, but need to be a Dragoon anymore. Yeah, I was just thinking, who is Banneret? But I think that's just some guy. We have Horsefant and Alphino with us. Bro thinks he's part of the team. He is part of the team. We welcome all. But dang, this place is kind of crowded. There's like a whole gang here. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. New map, new map. This way. Temple Banneret. Is a banneret like someone who holds banners? Because there's one. There's a temple banneret here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Have at thee!
Horsefront is our tank. Okay.
Focus. Release!
This way. Oh, I can open up so many treasure coffers and acquire treasures. Oh my god.
Away with you! I shall show you something special. Away with you!
Oh gosh. Ooh. Sir Adelphil Brightblade. Ooh.
Away with you!
I shall show you something special.
Whoa! He became huge! Oh my god.
For the House of Leveilleur! Away with you!
Hellenic Inquisitors, bracelets, and jack boots. Okay. Polone. Hellenic. Okay. Wait, I want to see what they look like. It was a bracelet and boots. Oh, they look pretty nice. I can't wear them yet, though. Or wear them as I am. Can I just walk past these guys? I don't care about these guys. Wait, where the heck? No, okay, they're fighting them. I shouldn't skip them. Our 3 clear prisms. Well, I don't need those. They'll follow me to the end of time. What the? Oh, casters. Okay.
Come!
Away with you!
I remember when I was like rescuing Sir Ralban. I tried skipping things, but like Alphino and whoever else was with me, I think it was Lady Yugiri or somebody, they kept fighting the previous mob, so there was no one to heal me and then I died. I'm scared of that happening again. So I'm just gonna fight all the mobs. I don't think Alphino, I think Alphino would end up fighting these guys, these mobs that I try and skip. Inner Sanctum. Whoa. Ooh, more treasure. Earrings. Whoa! The statues are alive!
Away with you! To the House of Leveilleur! I have my pride.
This lighting is pretty epic looking. The sun is setting. Is this the end of an era? Sure hope so. Whoa. These guys kind of spooky looking. Oh my god, they're like chess knights. But they don't attack in L's. They're about to take some L's.
I shall show you something special.
Whoops.
Focus. Release!
I'll cut you to
pieces!
Whoa.
For the House of Leveilleur!
I will not yield to you!
What? Where'd he go? Oh, he became big too! What? Scary. Whoa! Oh, cool. Okay, I've learned something. I use arm's length to not be knocked back. I'm a genius. This is what happens when you actually read the skill descriptions. We got him? We'll meet again? I hope I don't have to fight them all at once. That is the sole purpose of arm's length? That is the first time I've used it correctly. Oh, I got a hat. What does it look like? Looks not my style. Wow, I'm feeling so big-brained. I've never... Anyway. Whoa!
Focus. Release! Away with you!
My brain is so huge. I'm a genius gamer. Okay. Ooh, treasure. More spooky big chess piece guys.
For the House of Leveilleur!
The lighting here is so... It feels very Megalovania. Except we're outdoors. I'm a simple man. I see a sunset imagery and I think, ooh, it's just like Megalovania.
I shall show you something special.
Away with you!
Whoa, 4 of them. Columns in sunset. It's just like Megalovania. What's over here? Nothing? Nothing. Yeah, floating menacingly. Stop. Is this just like a thing all of the Heavensboard can do? Turn huge?
Filthy rats!
Oh, incredible. An ad is going to start in about a minute. Wah!
Be done with you!
Ooh!
Bear witness!
Not the chess pieces. Oh, am I just supposed to ignore them?
Sickness must be purged!
They just oh, Jesus Christ.
Be done with you!
I have my pride.
Am I supposed to dodge the chess pieces? Okay, got. Oh, he stopped attacking with the chess pieces. Where do they go? Oh.
And now the final curtain!
Whoa! Holy flames! I wonder if I should just attack them? There are too many of them, though. Kill them all quick! Oh god, okay. I'll try my best. But there's so many.
Away with you!
Oh god. Oh god.
This shall be a mercy!
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, I survived. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Something special.
I guess I killed enough of them to survive. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh.
Be done with you!
So they just stomping around and I can just dodge them. Okay, got it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sickness must be purged!
shall show you something special.
Oh, wait, can I limit break? Maybe I'll wait until the second one is full.
Focus. Release!
Sickness must be purged! Be done with you!
I want to limit break. I'm gonna limit break. I'm gonna do it. Did I do it? Okay. I don't think I'm doing it. Oh, no. I didn't wait long enough. Hold up. Oh. We did it. Oh god, life is so much better with the glowing weapon. I can't go back. So I guess I'm just a dragoon for the rest of the game now. Ooh. Oh, oh, okay, I have to do the dragoon job quest. Oh, this is gonna be awkward with that outfit? Well, oh, I got an orchestrion roll. Use it. I might want to hide my helmet. Really? Do I have to? I don't even know how to do that. I shouldn't take it off, right? Can I glam right now? No, I cannot. There's a hide button for headgear. This looks so stupid! Fine, okay, I'll do it. So stupid. This looks so stupid. Oh, this is him? Yeah. No more map. Did I get the mapping this thing achievement? I don't think I did. Oh wait, I can extract materia. Can I do that in here? I don't know how do I... Hold up. Extract materia. Yes. A quick arm materia 3. That's useless, right? It's purple. Yeah, it's purple. Okay, leave duty.
Our power! How can this be?
Fall back!
Father, please!
For a mercy, we were not too late.
Why must you do this, Father?
Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Whoa!
Look out!
No! Oh, jeez. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. No, he's not dead. He's not dead, right? He's not dead. He's not dead.
Asisla awaits.
Right? Oh my god.
Lord Orchefort!
I have a phoenix down. I have one. Come on, Peter, pull it out of your pocket. Who even is that?
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
Oh my god, please. I have a phoenix down.
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so.
I'm not looking.
A smile better suits a hero.
Oh my god. Okay, good call on the Tomberry mask. I feel like this might have taken away some of the emotion in this moment. Fuck! Why? Okay. Yeah, we lost a real one. I know not what to say. Me neither, Temple Knight Squire. Oh gosh, and they're all gathered at his house? Oh no. Imagine if I had that Tomberry mask on. If anything, I would just be... I would imagine my... Okay, let's put that back on then, because I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful just the way I am, okay? And Tomberries, they also cry. You just don't see their tears. Alright, let's head on in. I suppose he was giving off a lot of death flags, TBH. He was like, a knight's gotta die, or gotta rush in for their friends. Risk their lives for the cause.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling.
This is literally Glenn Fraldarius and Rodrigue from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
See, that Tonberry looks so sad. Oh my god, can we hug him or something? Okay, no, let's leave him to mourn. Let's give him some space. I cannot stand there in silence, but... When all others had forsaken us, Lord Horsefant took us in. Yeah, he was a real one! Our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction. So that we might face them as knights. Play the happy quest complete music. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Amric Pidudu. I worry for his well-being. Where's Sir Amric? My goodness. Where the heck? Man, I don't even know the name of the Heavens Ward that killed him. Let's see what if Tataru was just is in here. She okay? There she is. Curse those bloody whore sons and piss on their swiving around table. Dude, take a shower.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
He's got such a way with words. I know, Estinian, what a poet. Oh.
The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it!
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
Oh, looks like Zephyrin looks like he was the one that killed Oshafat.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
They were strange and unnatural.
The manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horschiffon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in Scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
So I guess those in the Heavens Ward are all like Lady Iceheart? Question mark? Where I guess they accepted a phantom of each of the 12 to aid them. That's how I'm understanding what's happening right now. And I guess that the Archbishop is trying to summon a primal or something. They're the Knights of the Round? Like literally? There are 12. Are there 12? I guess there are 12 of them. So I guess they're the. They are King Thordan's knights. And the Archbishop is Thordan, the 7th. Monka S. Mistress Piru, Master Alphino, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. Whoa. I shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must. Life for death. I will have Sir Zephyrn's heart for what he did to Horsefront. Life for death. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavens Board are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Piru and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it, we will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Piru, Master Alphino, pray attend me outside. Very well. With me, Piru. I believe we have much to discuss. You say you want a revolution? Oh boy. Where could they be headed, and what does Azius law have to do with it? Can we go back in here? Nope. Lucia appears to have something to say. The Salil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Lynette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. Or was not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, Prince Helenart has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Piru. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Skysteel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Yes! Our man Sid. This way. That cat minion. Look at it hobbling along. I'll pick up the Machinist eventually. Machinist? The Machinist? Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? Machinist? Okay, the Machinist. Is that what Hilda is with the guns? No, that's Gunbreaker. Wouldn't it be? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. He was not taken aback, he was taken a forward, because he took a step forward. Hilda is a machinist? Wait, don't tell me that's all we see of her. That was so little. He was a good man. He was. Good. Have you ever heard of Aziz's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Pidudu, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. The fat cat. Alphino must see to one last thing before he departs. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Where is the airship landing? The Astrologicum. Okay. Oh my god. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Pray forgive me my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. Shall we get going? I don't know though. I feel like if I get on board the Enterprise, that'll start a whole slew of quests that I don't know. It's getting kind of late and I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna be responsible. But I've been... oh. I'll end up in a new zone? Okay. Yeah, that certainly sounds like new or like a chunk of content that perhaps would not be fitting to go into at the end of a stream. Good place to stop here? Okay, good. Good. I also just realized that my MeTuber has kind of... oh, okay, it's better now. But it was lagging just a little bit for a hot minute there. But anyway. Fat Cat Minion. The mission has been accomplished. We just admire. Look at. I wish I could move the camera so it's centered on the Fat Cat Minion and not me. This'll have to do. Hide lock window. This is the hugest win for the Jakiwi Final Fin. Oh, it's cold enough that our breath is visible. Look at it. This is the... and then one last gander at my inventory. I mean, it's starting to fill up again, but these ones I'm going to glam. I've decided. Oh, they're all high quality too. These ones I'm going to glam. These ones I'm going to sell. This is so glorious. Looking at this incredible Marie Kondo'd Final Fantasy XIV inventory. Armory is so clean. I don't think I figure it's not very it's not really worth it to keep sorting it so they all appear at the top because I feel like it just changes every time I hit a new class. But this is so nice. I'm so happy. Once again, huge shout out to Rins for helping me through this mess. I should have taken it before and after. Oh well, it's fine. We have the memories. But yes, until then, until next time, whenever that may be, not tomorrow, I have something to do tomorrow. Maybe Friday, who knows. But until then, I wave goodbye. I will see y'all next time. Fat Cat Minion. The ultimate minion. Ultiminion. Good night.